All right, let's dive right into this explainer. Today, we are going on a grand tour of the absolutely amazing components of our solar system. We're going to break down everything from the planets and their moons, all the way to other fascinating objects floating around out there, like asteroids and comets. This is a journey straight through our cosmic neighborhood, and honestly, I am so excited to guide you through it.
Have you ever just looked up at the night sky and really wondered what's actually out there? It's a question pretty much all of us have asked ourselves at some point, right? Staring up at those tiny, twinkling points of light, it's completely natural to feel this immense sense of curiosity. Well, today, we're going to answer that question by taking a structured outward journey into space together.
Section 1. The Sun, our fiery center.
Sitting right at the very heart of everything is the sun. This huge star is our ultimate anchor. It gives us all our essential light and heat. And let's be real, without the sun, life on Earth would simply not be possible. Period. It is literally the engine that drives absolutely everything we are going to talk about today.
Section 2. The 8 planetary orbits. Now, before we get into the planets themselves, we need to understand exactly how they exist in space. An orbit is just the specific path that each planet travels on as it makes its way around the sun. Try to imagine that massive, fiery sun we just talked about, and then picture these distinct, invisible tracks circling around it. Every single planet has its very own unique path. And here is the complete roster of the 8 planets in our solar system. Moving outward from the sun, we've got Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Think of this as our map for the journey. Each of these incredibly different worlds is traveling on its own orbit, completely locked in the gravitational pull of our star. To really wrap our heads around the sheer width of our system, comparing Mercury to Neptune is a huge help. Mercury is the planet sitting closest to the sun, so it's experiencing this extreme, intense proximity. But then, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, you have Neptune. It's the farthest planet from the sun, sitting at an incredible, freezing distance. Literally everything else we know exists right between these two extremes.
Section 3. Earth, the living world.
Okay, let's bring it a little closer to home. Earth is the only known planet out there that actually has liquid water and supports life. It stands completely, 100% alone in its ability to support living things. Scientists often call these the Goldilocks conditions. Not dangerously hot like Mercury, not freezing cold like Neptune, but just right. This crazy, unique balance is exactly why we're even here having this conversation. Let's ground that whole abstract concept of an orbit into something we literally experience every single day. For Earth, it takes exactly 365 days to complete one full journey, one complete orbit around the sun. And that, simply put, is exactly why we have a year. It's just our planet completing one physical lap around our fiery center.
Section 4. Jupiter and Saturn.
Moving further outward, past Mars, we hit Jupiter. And wow, Jupiter is the absolute largest planet in our solar system. I really want you to try and picture the massive, mind-boggling scale of this giant compared to the rest of the planetary neighborhood we've discussed so far. It just completely dominates the space it occupies. Then, just beyond Jupiter is Saturn, which honestly brings some true visual wonder to our system. Saturn is, of course, famous for those beautiful, iconic rings. But what's super fascinating is what those rings are actually constructed out of. They aren't solid bands at all. Actually, they're made up of countless tiny pieces of ice and rock, all caught up in this continuous, beautiful dance around the planet. Section 5. The vast universe beyond. But, we really have to pull back for a second and get some cosmic perspective here. Despite the massive size of Jupiter, the vast distance all the way out to Neptune, and the incredible life-giving power of our sun, our entire solar system is just one really small part of a profoundly huge universe. We are just a tiny speck in an expanse containing literally billions of other stars and galaxies.
I think this quote really sums up perfectly why we even study all this. Keep looking up, you never know what you might discover. There's always more to learn, more to map out, and more to understand.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought. Isn't space just amazing? What else is hiding out there? I mean, we've covered our vital sun, the 8 incredibly diverse planets, Earth's unique ability to support life, and the sheer vastness of the universe beyond. But remember, there are still billions of galaxies left completely unseen. keep that curiosity alive, keep exploring, and keep looking up. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.